Hey, nuts. Hey, welcome back. Been letting this run for a bit. Made a couple of changes to the bee thing because it wasn't really working as well as I'd like. I also, incidentally, we were getting pretty laggy, so I just restarted. And so far as I can tell, I got pre-release 2 in the first couple of seconds it ever existed. So, which will matter in a couple of weeks when this goes live. But and I optimized it. So we're still actually, I just started this up. We're still actually loading in the map. So I would expect it to hitch a bit, but it actually seems better now. I don't know if that's what the pre-release is about, but I'll take it. Or I just optimized it and that helped. So threw in a fishery, so I'd have something to do here. I just did like an hour ago, so there's nothing yet. So the bee thing, here's what I did in the order I did it. First, they were just readily escaping. Let me see if I can figure out where I was. Okay, that's wrong. In doing things. It was, first of all, the glass was all a meter lower. And then the idea was that they couldn't escape because the hoppers being transparent blocks, you can kind of like look around them. So you didn't used to be able to do this. Now you can look under. It's not a solid thing. But the hatchling bees were getting out anyway, so what I did was got a bunch of trap doors and just sealed it up. So I could flip it open and feed them flowers, but then flip it closed. And what happened immediately was we had a thing that was like 8 by 1 by 1 cubic meters, which just wasn't enough. So the first thing I did was added a row, so it's now 9 things wide. Then I built it out, got flowers all over this thing, and then ultimately had you stack glass into a new ceiling, and I just broke out the glass from it. So now you can actually technically stand up in there, although what I realized having done that was you can't get back out. I had to break the glass to get out and risk a bee escaping. So it's working. There's no question there, and I think we have enough bottles to survive for a while. Yeah, it's good enough. Probably adding lag. There's a husk in there. So that done, and then fishery. So we have an activity in the neighborhood, which you're in there, I guess.
Yeah, I fell off the roof, so I'm just getting some experience.
You fell off the roof? Oh, up there?
Yeah.
How did that hurt your experience?
My armor?
It hurt your armor to fall off that roof?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it would do that. Alright, so anyway, we've got kind of a little handwritten list here in like a spiral notebook.
I guess I can cross off the bee thing.
Yeah, I'm good with it. We can talk about it more over time. We can get more beehives because we do have the flower forest tree grove thingy. But what's on the list that I really need, there's a couple of things we really need to kind of get done just because we don't have it, and it's going to be useful, especially over time. And one, I'm going to go to the map and think about, we could use an ice tray. There is ice that away, like a kilometer, but that away is off the map. Which is okay, but it'd be neat if everything we did was on the, I don't know how practical it is to try to keep it on the map at all times. Although we have everything we need if we do that. I mean, technically. Let me show you. Let me get over here. We have, we haven't really filled this in lately at all. You are, here, basically. So we have what this is, and what it would be if we filled in more map. What I'm really kind of thinking, there's the prismarine factory. You can't actually see anything. I'd have to climb up, and it's labeled, you just can't tell. You can kind of tell here, but then so what? It's kind of not done. That's the old prismarine factory that we don't care much about. A lot of water. We have like that's a mushroom island, so to the extent we could use that. That, I want to say, yeah, that's the portal to the end, which is always, and we're going to want to talk about that at some point too. Could use a bowling ball factory too. Probably because I've been trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong with getting to the top of the nether without going into creative mode, and I think I might have it, but I would probably need a lot of ender pearls. witch factory is there. And what I'm thinking is like, and then there's this village that we haven't really done anything with, but we could. And right here is what looks like a pretty big bunch of snow.
Yeah.
And it's on a mountain, so it's going to be going up. What is that? Oh, it's a lava flow. I know what that. I've seen it. I couldn't figure out why there was a perfect arrow, but I get it. So what I'm thinking is we go here and up the mountain and build a relatively simple ice tray. Although by relatively simple, we're going to want to bring some things with us.
Okay.
Which I don't know if we just have handy. Or if we can probably get it there. But, well, we could bring some stuff with us. The two things we're really going to want are, if you want to grab your shulker boxes in my house.
Okay.
What am I trying to... Two things we want. Bone meal. Or bones, pick one. Whatever works.
I should still have a shulker box full of...
That's what I'm thinking. And however much wood we can really kind of carry. Spruce wood is good.
Okay.
And probably saplings, so we can... There might well be spruce trees in that area that we can just grab. I don't know why I guess at this point I'm just walking. I'm going to fly, that's easier. I'm going to head over to the Prismarine factory. Okay, so that's sluggish but works. Head over to the Prismarine factory. Not that it's an emergency, but we can tear down these failed creeper stations anytime.
Okay.
They're not good. They're not really adding a lot of lag, but they exist and there's no reason for them. They're just embarrassing. So let me see if we have anything on the... Well, you said you have bone meal, which means you probably have all... Well, wait, no, you don't.
I have a shulker box full of bones, basically.
Yeah. It's trying to hitch pretty hard. Oh, that was dye. That doesn't help us. There's some bone meal. In general. Obviously, no. There's bones. Well, a bone. That's all there is. So I might as well just consolidate. Yeah, I think I can do this. So I got almost a stack of bone meal just handy. Let me grab a box and we'll, right. Let me grab that, even though it's not really the right color for what I'm talking, but it will be the right color for ice, I guess, if I want to look at it that way. I'll just have it on site. So let's grab some of those, and then... Actually, you know what? Well, you're right, okay. Let me just throw this on the ground and I'll figure it out when I can. Put these back. I don't know how much this will take, because I don't know how big it's going to be offhand, but we'll find out. Throw all that in there so we can take it with us. Pick this up. And I guess the fastest way, really... Do you have what you need?
Yeah, I'm just sorting the bones into a box that makes more sense.
Alright, well, when you're ready, head for the witch factory.
Okay.
And lag. Yeah, the way... I've got a sec. So the way we are getting up to the top of the ceiling, above the ceiling of the nether, is... what I thought was going to work didn't, and I don't know if it's because it doesn't work anymore or if I just did it wrong. I'm really not sure. But what might work is really close, but with even less material in a way. If we... Because right now it's just go up here and then walk and then go. And then we're here. Instead of this, which I had to break this out through creative, if we can find, is that you? What the hell happened?
I don't know. I went
Something
into the
exploded.
tunnel and the gas blew something up.
Neat. If we can find a spot that's one bedrock wide, tall, whatever, just let's go. You're going the wrong way.
I was seeing if there was any damage.
Oh, I don't know. Not to this stuff, not from a ghast. That's why I like replacing. I mean, that just actually goes to 0 by 0 at 100, but I haven't bothered filling it in because it doesn't go anywhere, and it would just be confusing going around that corner. If we can find a point in the ceiling of the nether, and preferably near where we want to be, that's just 1 meter thick, and doesn't have, like, it needs to be 1 meter of bedrock, but then 4 meters of what effectively is air beneath it. It can be full of this stuff. It doesn't really matter. We can get rid of it. If we can get a ladder against the wall, get to the top of the ladder, but keep trying to climb the thing, and then throw an ender pearl straight up, that might still work. I know it worked in the last few weeks, so I think it's probably still okay. I don't know. We'll find out. Bypass this portal because that's the end. Go this way. Could technically be flying, but why are you calling? My watch is telling me someone's bothering me on my phone isn't vibrating. My watch is. Figure that out. Shut up. No, leave me alone. I don't even know you. Stranger danger on a smartwatch, I guess. Are you following me then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, let's see. When we get there, we'll come out underground because that's what happened to us. We can probably work on that at some point when we need to. It's just, for now, it just works to some extent, and then when we go home, we can go through the top.
Yeah, be careful, creepers like coming up the water
That's
thing.
kind of why I'm thinking we should probably do something about it sometime. But, you know, for now, it's just, that's not the job. It's not what we're doing today. So what we want to do is get out here and see what kind of a fight we're about to get into. Where are we in? Yeah, you know, it's probably just after nightfall. It is. Go ahead and take a nap real quick, or you can stay in there and I'll just, or not, whatever. We can get up to the top and click the existing bed if it doesn't get creepered, and then not have to revert to spawn if we get hurt. Which will be, or we can just take the, well, both. Oh, nuts, there's your creeper. That wasn't about me, I had nothing to do with that. He just exploded because he didn't like himself. You shut up. You'll find these beds.
Is a creeper chasing after you?
I'm not really very surprised. Gunpowder is useful in general, but okay. Bed, click, make, not bad. There's our way home. What's in here at this point? Lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing immediately useful to me. What? That's, yeah. It's really useful to have general. Is that soul sand? Other right. I saw a creeper. Okay. Let's just go. That's south, right? Yeah. So if we go this way, well, there is the mountain I'm thinking of. More or less. There's 2 of them, I think, but, and of course trees. What was that?
That was a creeper.
Was it about me or you?
Me, I guess.
Okay. There's this right here, which might be big enough. Then there's this whole area looks like it's got snow on it, so I'm thinking here. Which I can't apparently soar toward. There's the village. So that the village is here is kind of good news. We could probably, I don't know what happens if we set up a portal here. It might be too close to the other one. I don't think it would technically hurt anything. It just probably wouldn't work the way we expect it to. So, yeah, I'm thinking maybe up here is good. And yeah, I was right. There's spruce trees everywhere, I figured. But, whatever. So why don't we just find a... Well, the thing with this is we're going to have to keep an eye... If it were like Skyblock, this would be really easy. Mathematically, you just go that way until you don't. Here, I don't know if there's going to be a point at which we leave the biome, whatever the biome it is, by the way. Stone Shore? Oh, wouldn't... Well, that's the problem. It's just lots of biomes all in one place. And even with biome blending off, it's a little hard to guess where they want me to be for what. But I suppose the simple answer to this is we just go up and find a spot. It doesn't really matter that much. There's a spot. If we, and let's just go. Up. Did you bring any wood, or is it all me?
It's all you.
Okay.
If I have to, I can get more, I guess.
Well, and that's why I brought here. I'll give you the saplings at least, and you have that to work with. Just try to stay out of the way a bit. So if that's here, we'll just throw that down. I guess back up. It doesn't have to be huge, although if it is huge, then it does us more good overall. I guess I'm just going to watch for where the snow actually, because it looks like down there it stops, but I don't know if that's altitude or biome. Stone Shore. I'm just going to figure Stone Shore is safe. River is probably not. So this is, that's actually good. That's our border. And that's 2830. We want it to be, optimally, we want it to be a square. So 30. So that's really only 15 meters right now. Let's go bigger than that then. Wooded mountains apparently are the right biome. There's a mammal in my way. And that doesn't have to be the center point where we started. What? I can do more, okay. And this has to be wood, well, it has to be something that's not easily broken with a pickaxe is the point, because otherwise we'll just destroy it every time we try to do anything. Mountains, I don't know. So I'm at 40 right now. Knowing that, let's go this way and see what happens to biomes. I don't know why I just did that. If... well, I know that's wrong, I just don't know why. I do know why, it's because yeah. That is, well, I mean, it could go there, but it doesn't. Or... hell, we're just, at some point we'll have to go diagonal and see what we have. So there's 8, fine. What's this way? 89, okay. You know what, let me just... I'm pretty sure this biome is good, so let me go diagonal. We're going to need to at some point anyway. Just to see if we can figure out I mean, it doesn't have to be a square, but it's going to make it so much easier if it is. So, get back to where I'm heading. I guess that makes sense. Okay, and then there, and then there, and llama. You know, while I've got this here, what is that? 1080, okay, go there. For that matter, give me, so here's more wood if you want to play with it.
Oh, okay. I'm running around chopping down spruce trees.
Well, okay. So that's the next diagonal bit in line. And, I guess I was doing it this way. It doesn't really matter all that much as long as I end up on a, 0 by 0 number. What does matter is knowing which one I'm aiming for. This was like 90 or not. No, this was 30. Okay, let's just go for 30. And then we'll see what we have. And I guess technically if some of it doesn't have frozen water, that just kind of makes the whole system... No, it makes it suck, but it could be worked with at that point. And 24, 25, 26, 27. What? Ocean. I don't think ocean is going to be frozen up here. pretty sure it's not, in fact. 30. Okay, where does... let me... Go ahead, and we have all the information we need right now. Just go ahead and fill it all in.
Okay.
With, until it's a square. Assuming you see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I guess once that's done, we'll figure out what we might have to reduce it by like 5 meters at some point. In probably 2 directions, if that's how it's going to be. Which I kind of wonder if I just want to assume... Because this is going to be, like, hilariously large. Just based on what we have right now. And it's probably not going to be good enough. So if that's 30, let's look at 25 and see what we have. Because that's a number I can remember. That's still ocean, but when... That's really still ocean. Okay, might need 20. Stone Shore apparently is good. The center doesn't have to be where it says it is right now. So let's focus on, let's go this way. And that might be extraneous stuff that we're just going to get rid of. To my, ahead and to the left. And that, I'm heading for 2800 again. Or no, it was 2990, wasn't it? Yeah. Or something, down 2790. Wooded mountains sounds snowy enough. Okay. And that's a lot. Okay, I'm going to make the assumption we're not going out that way after all. Because I think we don't need to, and I think it's just going to cause problems if we try. And I don't care, we got what amounts to infinite wood if we're willing to bone meal it a bit. So, just kind of sculpt this down to be 69, yeah. So that's, looking at liquid, what? Why is that 21? How'd that happen to me? So, is this 21? Okay, so we lose this. Which means, whatever you're doing, you're wrong because we're not going that far.
Okay.
It's fine, just break it, it's okay.
Alright, just give me a second to give myself a
right.
boundary and...
I'm gonna get my bed handy because I don't need to be bothered while we're doing this. Just leave the bed there for now. Can I figure out what we have? Yeah, take that out. That's good. Nope. I think it's good. I'm gonna find out. So what's our new number over there?
I don't know, hold on.
Okay. Like if you hack out what you put in there, where are we on numbers? Was it 30? No. 30 was the old one. 25, 20 maybe.
28, 20?
Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, 28, 20. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. That's right.
Stupid.
Yep. What?
Oh, I accidentally broke out what I was about to walk on.
Okay. That, I think, let me lose this. It gives us the entire square as a perimeter, so we just filled it in. It occurs to me, this may go over half an hour. Oh, damn, that was fun. Just because there's, even if we have all the material, like it could be creative mode, it wouldn't make any difference. We're just not going to be able to physically get this stuff into place in time without maybe using a fill command, and that probably wouldn't save me that much time, so. It's just, it'll get done when it's done. I mean, it doesn't really matter what the runtime is as such. It won't be that long. It's just going to take a minute. Well, actually, it's going to take more like 15 is the point. No! I assume we have enough wood for this, in fact. I think probably.
We should, yeah.
And I'm also assuming I'm right about the biomes all being conducive to frozen elements. If not, I guess we'll find out. And then I don't know. If this doesn't work, I don't really have all that many ideas apart from not doing what we're doing.
What do we do without the llamas occasionally coughing up a lung?
Yeah, there is that. There is one thing I could be doing if you want to do what I'm doing.
Okay.
Well, I need to do it either way. It's just I could get it over with.
Okay.
Two things, technically. Okay. Which should be as simple as getting one of these out. I don't know how many of these we need. Less than a stack, so... Well, no, more than a stack, because we also want to do a border. So I'll just start with that. And... this should be the middle. And the point here is... now that these can be waterlogged, they can be sources of water that being stuck to these can't freeze. So you don't have to have like a ceiling over this in a certain spot anymore. I guess I'll put it there. And the border can go out by one. And I'll get the box here last because there's just no good reason to hurry on it. Get these all the way. So the border is actually, you know, maybe not. You know, I might. It shouldn't even matter, but I might want the border to be, you know, divisible by 5. So knowing that, I'm going to look, because I think if I try to use that as a border, it's just going to run over the edge. Which means now is a good time to delineate an edge, because I think we have everything filled in for that. And then I can go over and put slabs on top of this so we don't have spawning. The middle won't matter because things aren't going to spawn on the water or the ice. So we have that going on. I still don't know for sure if the biome is always safe. Look, there's snow everywhere. It's got to be. It would be extraordinarily weird. What's this about?
I messed up.
Yeah.
A llama got in my way.
Okay.
Or
Because that
a
doesn't
twitch.
help us. Yeah, twitching can happen. Plus there's occasional hitchy lag because it does seem a lot better. And I mean, granted, we're not near anything at this point, but it seemed a lot better once it was optimized and running. So maybe that's what the pre-release 2 was really about. We might not go that much over. We still have like 100 or minute 10 or so right now to. We're not going to get done in half an hour, but it might not. It might be 35. I might see 35 minutes being a thing, unless we stick around waiting for it to freeze. But I'm pretty sure. By the way, do you have water buckets with you?
I think my water bucket might actually. Oh yeah, I have one.
Okay.
Okay.
That's technically all you're going to need. Once the floor of this thing is filled in, that's not going to be enough of these, but I'll find out what I need. 1, 2, damn it to hell, what was that? I didn't do that, it just lied. There's a ghost in here.
That
I lost count.
happens to me.
Ah, you suck. What was that? It's not even, there's nothing to have done that to. Pre-release 2 sucks. I hate it. What? No, that makes sense.
You think everything is about fixing lag and...
It should be. Someone should do that. I would like that.
Even when some of it's probably on your end?
Most of it's probably on my end. I wanted to be fixed, though. I don't care whose fault it is. I hear that I want it to go away now. It sucks, and I dislike that. I should probably eat something someday. I'm eating a lot faster, so that's cool. I don't know why it's doing that. It's just I don't have a lot open that would be interfering with the CPU. It's just goofy. Alright, so almost halfway done with the border. Don't go in there. Probably gonna... Do I have any logs left? No, so I'll need that. I mean, technically we could get this done without doing the border first, but we could also just get it all done. There's the external-ish spinny drive starting up for like no reason. Game's not on it, I'm not recording to it, it's just sometimes it wants attention and that's what happens to me. I'm gonna set this down where we can find it. Probably near the beds. In case you need more stuff.
I may end up needing more stuff. I don't know yet. I can't count.
Oh, I have... Damn it. I don't know if it's enough, but I have some of these left. It might be enough, actually. So, get these down and then wonder why I broke up those logs. Unless you need them. And, bye-bye. You have wings on?
Yeah, but I panicked, so...
Did you die?
No.
Well, do you have rockets?
Yeah.
Okay. So, here's the plan. Yeah, okay. Oh, we're still... Damn it. We're not ready for the plan. We need to finish this. You have enough to finish this, or did you
I have enough.
run it? Okay.
I
Oh,
probably...
damn it.
I don't know.
What?
I probably have... I don't know how much I have.
Okay.
I was trying to land.
Okay.
Extremely small open areas are still a bit difficult.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, we really want the floor done before we move on, or else we'll just wreck the mechanics of something. It's okay, just give me 1 minute. If it doesn't lag and make me place things all wrong.
Yeah, I guess I had enough.
Okay. Oh. Alright. And you don't have boots to let you walk in water nicely, do you?
Not on me. In one of my shelter boxes in, if I had another... I do have another chest.
Okay. I'm gonna...
Ender chest, sorry.
Okay. Set this down there, I guess. Which will make more sense to me in a sec. Set that down there. And, then I can put one here, but I don't think it'll work with what I'm doing. Ultimately, when this all fills up, it should saturate those things. It's not doing it, so I'm not sure for us. If not, I will, we'll have water everywhere to pick it up and saturate them.
We have ice.
Okay.
Do you want me to help?
Yeah, if you want, you got a bucket. So you can't just put the ice on the slabs. Otherwise, I could have just brought some with me. Oh, well, that's not the best news. Yeah, if it's freezing on us, that's a concern of sorts. I want to get this all filled in and see whether it saturates the middle. It should. But I can't promise, you know, we're in a pre-release for a version I don't know anything about, so I don't know what's happening in the world. Did I just make a huge mistake? I may have. You gotta watch for that, I guess. Grab it out of the middle. That's safer to play with. And if that's there, what happens? I think it's all filled in. Oh, the beds, by the way, are still in there. That's half our problem.
Mm.
Sleep, by the way. We'll get that over with.
Okay.
Because I think the ice only forms when the sun is... I think this... I don't know, maybe not. I'm not sure.
Oops.
I'm not sure what that means.
I got your bed.
Oh, well, give it.
Bed.
Alright, get that somewhere good. So, yeah, we overkilled something. Damn. Okay. Well, no, that's not a technique. What's this? Why? I think... No, I don't even know. It's possible it's not saturating the middle. No, it really looks like it probably just did. The trick now is there's going to... Well, I think definitively it must have, because otherwise it would just be... If it's wet, it should work. It should be working. I don't know. Get out of there for a sec. I want to find something out. Just because I want the answer to this. Game rule is random tick speed, say about that much. This may or may not work. It should. If tick speed is part of this, I think it is. See if it just actually fills in real fast.
You would think it would go faster.
Again, I'm not sure if this will like freeze up at night. It might need the sun literally above it. I'm not sure that's true though, because it seems like if it's snowing, it'll freeze too. And that would mean there was cloud cover, and that might count for something.
Okay.
I could try to go faster than that. I just don't know at what point we're going to break something. Is it getting sluggish in the world?
Well, I already can't eat, so.
I can't because I'm not hungry. I think I'm done with that. I'm probably done with the shoes. I'm not terribly impressed at the moment by the... I'm not convinced that the random tick speed does anything to the ice. It really might not. There you go.
Yay!
Did it take that long to set? Wow. That was a bit of a lag. What are we on? 26? I don't know. Well, in theory, this ought to work. And then what you do is you have, I think, Silk Touch. So obviously you can just, this one will be safe, and bang this with a really good pickaxe. Which is why this is wood. Because if you miss or keep going, you'll just slaughter anything that's tougher than, or less tough. You can't just go through wood with a pickaxe. You know, I would stress any more, but that's for people who's like, I played this 10 years ago and never heard about it again. No, it's not a thing anymore. That was like a beta, alpha. It was the hell. That was back when it was a website, I think. It's been a, no, it was actually a downloadable jar, but anyway, this should, well, here's what should happen. All of this solid water, which means most of this will become ice. You see that?
Yeah.
Here, this is never going to become ice because it can't be ice and a slab. Same here. So there will always be this kind of strip of water right down the middle that just won't freeze. So in the end, and we can, it's going to be an hour or two before it's ready, you'll have this bit of water surrounded by ice. And then we tear out the ice, and depending on how we tear out the ice, there'll still just be this bunch of water in the middle, like if we left the ice in place all along the edges. But as soon as there's no ice left, it'll flow outward, and because it's corner to corner, the whole thing will become a big source block. These will always be source blocks because that's all they can be. They can't be replaced.
This is weird.
It is? Oh, yeah. I did that.
Oh.
That was me getting picking up a thing.
Right.
Just to illustrate that the point here is you silk touch this stuff and then you have it, which is why it's here. And this is, you know, whatever it wound up being, 30 by 30 maybe. So close to 1,000 cubes of ice every time we wait for it to, it's doing its thing, and it's not faster, or it's not slower than it was. I don't think that tick speed affects this. It affects trees and stuff. If there was a tree growing, it's done. There it is. Alright, that leaves, and we don't have to record doing this, going about where you are and figuring out a way to, I mean, we can fly here, we did, but, you know, having a path from here down to the village maybe would be something.
Yeah.
So, you know, and probably having a couple of, some storage boxes so we can get the ice when we don't need it, and then it'll be here when we do. You know, it's all easy enough. Okay, so I'm full of things. Yeah, this, like if I set this down here, it'll go up one. Doesn't help. I'll just set this down. Oh, damn it. Ice. Well, that's worse. Let me out of this. See, the problem now is that, like, I think if I lose... Yeah, that's no longer water. Which, if we took out all the ice, it would fill back in and be fine. So, that's the whole point of this drip down the middle. It's simple enough. It just takes a little while to build and figure out. It looks like at least the whole border is ice, and that's kind of what we want to hear. Should be okay. We'll know more later. But for now, we're way over time because, yeah, 41, I guess. But we'll let this run in the downtime and get back to you with whether it works correctly and have a way up and down and all of that. So we'll see you next time. Bye.